Contents which consist of structure of proteins, levels and structure of proteins and primary structure, secondary structure and tertiary structure, and just I will do some diseases in these topics and importance of proteins. Okay, coming to the proteins. What are proteins? Proteins are polymers of amino acids and multiple amino acids which can held together and form a protein by a linkage called peptide bond. This is a strong covalent bond. As we know, where proteins in cell, where proteins can be secreted. The proteins can be secreted in cell, and these go in Golgi bodies which has the vesicles, and they start the packing and the sorting which can be held in the vesicles. Protein sorting which can be held in the Golgi body. Okay, coming to the basic structure of protein. Basic structure of protein, which contains of amino group and carboxylate group. When we remove the water molecule, it's known as condensation, and after removing, when we add the peptide bond, it's called dehydration. So this is the basic structure of proteins. Next. Coming to the classification. Classification is based on the nutritional value. There are 22 types of amino acids. Instead of that, we have 9 essential amino acids. These are casein, which we can see in the milk, and in poor protein there is lack of one amino acid. There are only 8 essential amino acids. As we can see in the pulses, which is deficient of methane, and cereals, which is deficient of lysine. And next, coming to the poor nutrition, which can be lack of more than 2 essential amino acids. These are poor nutrition, which can be seen as can take as example of them, which we can see in the corn, and deficient is lysine and tryptophan. This is based on nutritional value. Based on structure, there is primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. Coming to the structure, and coming to the primary, which can be of simply it's the sequence of amino acids which can linked by the peptide bond. And coming to the insulin, we can memorize that when we talk about the insulin, we can memorize that diabetes mellitus. And in this diabetes mellitus, just I wanna take the point is diabetes mellitus, which is I will subdivide it into two groups. It's independent diabetes mellitus, non-independent diabetes mellitus. In independent diabetes mellitus, we can use the supplementation from outside, and we can give treatment of insulin. In non-independent diabetes mellitus, and coming to the insulin, we can memorize that when we talk about the insulin, we can memorize that diabetes mellitus. And in this diabetes mellitus, just I wanna take the point is diabetes mellitus, which is I will subdivide it into two groups. It's independent diabetes mellitus, non-independent diabetes mellitus. In independent diabetes mellitus, we can use the supplementation from outside, and we can give treatment of insulin. In non-independent diabetes mellitus, there is the insulin resistant, but the receptors were absent, so it is non-independent diabetes mellitus. In earlier, the scientists were discovered insulin from the pig, and it's named as porcine insulin. When these insulin were given to the patients, they have some reaction like allergic reactions. Again, the scientists were discovered the new insulin, which contains of you can see A chain. A chain contains of 21 amino acid sequences, and B chain it contains of 50 amino acid sequences. So our human insulin, which contains of 51 amino acids, and they linked by a sulfate group linkage. And this insulin, which can secrete in the pancreas, as we can know, and beta cells which can fire, and also it secrete in the pancreas. And for example, if we take